Hello there, this is Brian from Become a Writer Today, and in this short video I'm going to explain to you if the app Grammarly is worth it and if you should buy it. So what I'm going to do is give you a quick overview of what Grammarly is. So basically Grammarly is a way that you can check your documents and your writing for various grammar errors, and it also serves as a type of proofreader. And basically when you log into Grammarly you log into a dashboard like this, where you can upload your documents or you can paste your documents. So if I go into new document, Grammarly presents me with an editor that I can just type into, or alternatively I can paste my text. So I'm going to paste something that a blog post that I wrote earlier on. So if I go into my clipboard, here is a blog post that I was working on this morning. So it has a couple of different typos in it. So Grammarly will take a few seconds to scan through the blog post, and then what it will do is it will underline the various mistakes in red and green. So for example, here I said you will reap the rewards on the back end. I was talking about a productivity system. And if I click on the downward arrow, Grammarly will tell me that maybe I should have considered it spelling it this way, and it will offer an explanation. If I scroll down further, you see Grammarly will maybe identify some punctuation changes that I should make, and so on. And then it also underlines various other types of errors in green, such as grammar errors. So here it's saying I'm missing a comma, and it also picks up on various spelling errors, and so on. Now this is the free version of Grammarly that I'm using. So I actually have the premium version as well of Grammarly. So if I open up the premium version of Grammarly in this window, and I click on New, if I paste the same document in, Grammarly should identify some additional errors. So I'll just give it a few seconds to scan. So you can see here in the free version, it didn't pick up on some sentence fragments, whereas in the premium version, it did pick up on some sentence fragments. What's a sentence fragment? If I click on the downward arrow, you can see here it provides an explanation of what a sentence fragment is. It says I should suggest rewriting it. Some of the other things that the premium version would have picked up on would include the use of multiple words, and so on. So Grammarly is particularly useful maybe if English isn't your first language, or if you want to improve your knowledge of English grammar. There are also a couple of different settings that I can take you through. So if I go onto My Grammarly, you can see the dashboard where you can upload your documents. Then I can also identify the document type, so I can put on a contextual spelling. I can say whether to search for grammar, punctuation, sentence structure, and style. And then you can also identify documents by whether they're for academic, business, technical, and so on. I didn't really use much of the various different document types during my time at Grammarly, as I just liked to generally just check everything. You could also turn on a plagiarism checker. So I'm going to turn on the plagiarism checker and post in the same blog post and see what comes up. So now here's the plagiarism checker in route. It's saying that this is unoriginal text, so this is news to me. So if I click on the expand card, it's saying that someone else also said on the internet one of the best ways to do this is. So maybe if I was concerned about this, I could go check this particular link and see if it's relevant to what I'm writing, and then maybe reword what I'm saying. And it also provides a vocabulary enhancement, which you can turn on or off, which is useful if you want to check your document for various words that you want to stop using or eliminate. Grammarly also includes a plugin for Word. I didn't use the plugin for Word, as Word isn't actually an application I use to write. I prefer to use applications like Scrivener, and so on. It does include a useful plugin for the web browser Chrome. So I have my email open here on the left hand side, and I can show you actually how that will work. So I have something typed out here, and you can see here that there's something underlined in red. And when I highlight it, Grammarly will present me then with a list of suggestions or an option to add it to a Grammarly dictionary. And I can also get the same type of punctuation checkers and so on. And you can actually use this Chrome plugin and anywhere that you're filling in a form on the web. So that's particularly useful if you're replying to comments on blog posts, or if you're posting on forums and so on. And it's a useful additional feature of Grammarly. The monthly plan for Grammarly, and here is the quarterly plan and the annual plan. And there's also, they run discounts from time to time. So I suppose I recommend Grammarly if you're a writer who maybe wants an extra line of defense for checking your work. I suppose I would say that Grammarly isn't a replacement for a human proofreader, and if you've written a book, you still want to spend the time and money it takes to hire somebody to actually proofread your work. But it is useful if you're a blogger or if you're publishing content regularly, and you wanted a way of checking your content, and it also serves as an extra line of defense. So I'd recommend you take out a monthly planner Grammarly and try it for yourself. And then if it's not for you, you can always cancel the plan. But it's definitely a tool that I use every day and one I'd recommend.